So when my mother passed away, it changed me in ways that I never expected. It wasn't just about losing her, it was about the weight of losing both of my parents. My father had passed away a few years earlier, and while I thought I had worked through the grief of when my father passed away, my mother's passing opened up an entirely new layer of pain. So it was like when I lost my mom, it brought back the grief I had buried for my dad. And it made me feel it like all over again, right? I still vividly remember the conversations with my mom that I had about her passing. She actually sat there and just had conversations with me. So, she spoke to me with such wisdom and care, almost as if she knew that I would need those words to hold on to when she was gone. So those talks were her way of leaving me with something to lean on when the time came. And I know this might not always be the case with everyone, but I was one of those fortunate ones that got to talk a little bit about it with my mom, although those conversations were very, very hard to have. Now that I'm approaching the 1 year mark since she left this world, I find myself reflecting on what grief has taught me. And, not a single day has passed without feeling her complete absence. And so I guess the best way to describe it, it's like there's a piece missing in my home because I took care of her. I was her full-time caregiver. I still have the chair that she used to sit on, and I sit on it all the time, especially when I'm studying and things like that. But, it also did something in my thoughts and inside my heart. Grief for me has felt like an open wound, one that heals a little bit and then it cracks back open again. But through this process, I've discovered a deeper resilience within myself. And that's kind of what this video, the blog post associated with this video is all about. So one of the most beautiful lessons that I've learned about grief is that it's really just love persevering. And that realization struck me while I was watching WandaVision, of all things, right? Disney Plus. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But, there's a line where Vision says, what is grief if not love persevering? And that hit me like a ton of bricks because it is so true. And, grief is the other side of love, like a continuation of it. So you can't truly understand it until you've personally experienced loss. But when you do, that connection to love, becomes crystal clear. If you're watching this, maybe you've recently lost someone, or perhaps it's been years, but the grief still lingers, right? So that happens to everyone. And you might even be wondering if it's normal to feel this way, to still have waves of sadness that catch you off guard. And let me reassure you, it's completely normal. Again, natural. And it's okay. Grief comes in waves, right? A lot of waves. I know that happens to me a lot. And one day you might feel, completely fine. And the next day it hits you like it just happened yesterday, right? So that's part of the process. And it's a reflection of the love you continue to carry for the person that you lost. Now, while grief is a deeply personal journey, there are things you can do to help yourself feel more at ease. And here are a few exercises that have worked for me. And I'm just going to share those with you. First one is moving your body. Grief is an energy that needs to be recycled daily. That's how I see it. So if it sits too long, it can weigh you down and even show up physically in your body. So movement helps you shift that energy around. And it doesn't have to be super intense. It just needs to match where you are emotionally or where you are in the grieving journey. So, for example, if you're feeling sad, you can do slow, gentle movements like, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, or, basic stretching. Those things might feel better for you. They might feel really good. If you're angry, this is a very common thing that happens when you're grieving. You can go for something more intense, like running, sprinting, punching a bag, right? Or even swinging a steel mace. Second thing that I would recommend is journaling your feelings. This has worked wonders for me, especially in those initial, first months when I lost my mom. And I talk more about my mom because my dad passing away was very blurry, and I don't remember a lot of it, which is another topic for another video. But with my mom, I can remember it because it's so recent. And I had a different experience with my mom than with my dad. So again, different topic altogether. But writing it down, your thoughts and your feelings, they can help you make sense of them. And it's a safe space to like explore your emotions without judgment. I'm also a songwriter, so I love writing music, and that's how I express my emotions. Obviously, if you don't write songs, it's fine. Just journal your stuff down. Third, you can honor their memory. Find ways to keep their memory alive. It could be as simple as like lighting a candle, creating a photo album, or just doing something that they used to love or that you guys did together. For me, talking about my parents and the lessons that they've taught me has been very healing. Doing videos like this has been very healing. I find pleasure in helping others overcome, their grieving journey and stuff like that. So fourth, you can practice gratitude. It might feel hard at first, especially if, the loss of someone, there was no closure and things like that. But, finding moments of gratitude can be very powerful. So think about like the love and the memories you shared with your loved one, and hold on to those as a source of comfort. So grief is hard, but it's also a testament to the depth of our love. There's no timeline for healing, and there's no wrong way to grieve, period. So be patient with yourself, and remember that you are not alone on this journey. And if you're looking for, a supportive space to just move your body and process your emotions, I really highly recommend you check out the SMW Academy Still Mace membership. That's like my baby. It's a place where you can explore movement, you can, or at least still mace movement that aligns with where you are in your journey. It's really cool. You can build your own workouts, and that's what I'm saying. It's, you can customize these exercises, put them together so that they can make sense where you're at. And again, you'll even find, a couple of chapters from a book that I'm writing, and it's a very special book that I'm writing on this very subject. So go check that out, and just know that I'm here. And I just wish you the best on your journey. Just take care of yourself, one step, one breath, and one moment at a time. Until next time.